A recent statistic reveals that 73% of single parents in Thailand are women. Many of them are poor and there is less opportunity for jobs. Often, they are not only struggling hard rearing their children, but also carrying the burden of looking after their aging parents. These are women of great courage and determination who face the immense challenge of being the sole provider for their families. However, constant stress impacts their physical and mental condition. The risk to the single mother's health is the biggest threat to these children, as they have no other protection. We believe that lightening the single mother's stress is the first and urgent priority. The inspiration to our Single Mothers Project came from Wildflower Home. The single mothers who are sheltered there leave after 1 year and try to navigate their way to an independent life. It is in this transition period that Soroptimist International Chiang Mai hopes to make a difference.
Bubu Lache became our first test case for the Soroptimist Chiang Mai Single Mothers Project. She is a Kachin woman from Myanmar with a very difficult life story. Bubu has 2 sons aged 7 and 3 and an 8-year-old daughter. The 2 boys have chronic disorders of the respiratory system with severe allergies and asthma. Bubu has taken them to the hospital many times for their problems. When she goes to the doctor, she has to take a whole day off and loses a full day's pay. She also has to pay for the visit and for medication. Her husband is gone and she receives no financial support from him. She is determined to give her children a good life. In addition to working and looking after 3 children, Bubu is also trying to attend adult learning classes to improve her Thai. She is a shining example of someone trying to better her life and those of her children, and we are focused on trying to help her do this. With the energetic leadership of the Soroptimist International Chiang Mai President, Dr. Carolina Thompson, our proposed Single Mothers Project drew the attention of some members of the Chiang Mai community, namely Kun Wit Bunma of Hair Pro and the fashion designer Kun Tananan Wilson. Kun Wit is supporting a village in the Mae Wang district which has an abundance of single mothers supporting children. His project, Merak Luk, has approximately 50 applications from single mothers with a wide range of needs. Soroptimist Chiang Mai members took a short journey to the Mae Wang village together with Kun Wit, our fashion show hairstylist and sponsor, Kun Tananan Wilson, our fashion show couture designer, to discover if and how we can make a small difference in the lives of these women. The first woman we are meeting with here is Seng La. She lives in a modest house left to her by her husband, who was murdered several years ago. The compensation from his company was incredibly 2,500 baht. She supports her son by working at a restaurant in World Club housing estate. She has to travel 30 kilometers in each direction and receives a monthly wage of 5,150 baht. Her biggest concern is the cost of education, because next year her son will enter grade 7. She is presently trying to sell her home to pay off the debt left behind by her husband, 100,000 baht. Her mother is almost 80 years old and there is no one else. Every day she wakes up wondering how she is going to pay the debt to the bank and, most importantly, her son's education.
ก็เคยที่ตอนพ่อเขาเสียเคยคิดจะฆ่าตัวตายเพราะมันภาระหนักแล้วพอหานเขานอนหลับเนี่ยแล้วเขาแบบถ้าเขาเสียไปแล้วเขาชีวิตเขาเป็นอย่างไรมั้งวะก็เลยสู้ขึ้นมาตรงนี้